When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Don't think about what can happen in a month. Don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the 24 hours in front of you and do what you can to get closer to where you want to be. If you can look up, you can get up. Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. Use as pain as fuel to greatness. It's not easy, but it's simple. The only way to get out of mediocrity is to keep shooting for excellence. You can get through this. You are bigger than your pain. Don't give up, don't give in. I wanted to surround myself with the kind of people who could help me turn my life around, people whom I could rub up against like iron and be sharpened. Don't make a habit out of choosing what feels good over what's actually good for you. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. A real friendship is not about what you can get, but what you can give. Real friendship is about making sacrifices and investing in people to help them improve their lives. Done is better than perfect if perfect ain't done. The higher the level of emotion, the lower the level of reasoning. Success, meaningful success, begins when we take ownership and actively take responsibility for our part in the shortcomings of our life. Can you honestly say the environments you are in will yield the kind of harvest you are expecting? Do not take constructive criticism from people who have never constructed anything. We struggle with the complexities and avoid the simplicities. The more you lose yourself in something bigger than yourself, the more energy you will have. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. Maybe, just maybe, I was pointing the finger because it was easier to make excuses than it was to make adjustments. Desire and imagination have the potential to position a person for greatness. As long as you're being a copycat, you will never be the best copycat. Trust the process. You will grow through what you go through. Be careful, life has always been proving that for every level there is another devil. Keep working, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. Be more intentional about the direction we allow our minds to go. Meaning, when you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop. Redirect to something positive. The more you keep working for what you want, the more close you get to it. Information changes situations. Emotion can be the enemy. If you give in to your emotion, you lose yourself. You must be at one with your emotions, because the body always follows the mind. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. To express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, that, my friend, is very hard to do. Concentration is the root of all the higher abilities in man. Now, see that you will never find the light unless, like the candle, be your own fuel, consuming yourself. Art is the way to the absolute and to the essence of human life. The meaning of life is that it is to be lived, and it is not to be traded and conceptualized and squeezed into a pattern of systems. Life is a process, not a goal, a means but not an end, a constant movement rather than an established pattern. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. The less effort, the faster and more powerful you will be. Pliability is life, rigidity is death, whether one speaks of man's body, his mind, or his spirit. The knowledge and skills you have achieved are meant to be forgotten so you can float comfortably in emptiness, without obstruction. Fear comes from uncertainty, We can eliminate the fear within us when we know ourselves better. Don't get set into one form, adapt it and build your own, and let it grow. Be like water. Using no way as a way, having no limitation as limitation. The difference between an expert and a novice fighter is that the expert makes use of each opportunity. To change with change is the changeless state. To understand techniques, you must learn that they contain a lot of condensed movement. The essential quality of living life lies simply in the living. Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. Independent inquiry is needed in your search for truth, not dependence on anyone else's view or a mere book. Man, the living creature, the creating individual, is always more important than any established style or system. Under the sky, under the heavens there is but one family. Develop the tools, refine the tools, then dissolve the tools. Discipline must conform to the nature of things in their suchness. Education, to discover but not merely to imitate. Learning techniques without inward experiencing can only lead to superficiality. The most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. My style? You can call it the art of fighting without fighting. If you want to learn to swim, jump into the water. On dry land, no frame of mind is ever going to help you. What is more important than what should be. Too many people are looking at what is from a position of thinking what should be. Endurance is lost rapidly if one ceases to work at its maximum. Do not allow negative thoughts to enter your mind, for they are the weeds that strangle confidence. Remember, no man is really defeated unless he is discouraged. Be happy, but never satisfied.